Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, all schools have been closed for a long time. That's why your studies are greatly hampered and you cannot attend your classes. And we are undergoing a critical situation. Considering the situation, I have made up my mind to take some classes. Today, I am going to concentrate on simple, complex, and compound. You know, sentences are classified in two ways. At first, we'll come to know about the sentence, the classification of sentences according to meaning. Sentences can be classified in 5 categories according to meaning or functions. They are assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, optative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Already you have got some idea about these 5 kinds of sentences in your previous classes. Sentences are also classified in 3 ways according to structure. They are simple, complex, and compound. That means sentences, according to structure, sentences are of 3 types. At first, we'll come to know about the features or characteristic of these 3 types of sentences. The features of simple sentence. A simple sentence contains one subject, one finite verb, and simple sentence does not contain any conjunction. We does not find any conjunction in simple sentence, so we can write no conjunction. One subject, one finite verb means there is a clause in simple sentence. For example, he went to Dhaka to meet his uncle. You should not write he went to Dhaka to meet with his uncle, because whenever you will write meet with, it has different meaning. Suppose I met with an accident yesterday, okay? So in that case you can write meet his uncle, okay? So in this sentence there is one subject, one finite verb, and there is no conjunction here. Meet is also a verb, but this is not finite verb, this is non-finite verb. Okay, these are the characteristics of a simple sentence. Now we will come to know about the features of complex sentence. In a complex sentence, we find at least 2 subjects, okay? At least 2 subjects, at least 2 finite verbs, one principal clause, and one or more subordinate clauses, clause or clauses, at least a conjunction, for example, he went to Dhaka so that he could meet his uncle. So one principal clause. He went to Dhaka. This is a principal clause. Okay. So that he could meet his uncle. This is subordinate clause. Okay. So there is, in this sentence we find there is a principal clause and a subordinate clause, and so that is a conjunction here. So this sentence contains all the features of a complex sentence. That's why it is the example of a complex sentence. Principal clause has also different names. Independent clause, main clause. Subordinate clause has also another name, and we call it actually independent clause. Sorry, dependent clause. Subordinate clause has also a different name, and we call it dependent clause. Okay, these are the features of complex sentence. Now we will come to know about the features of compound sentence. A compound sentence contains also at least two subjects. At least two finite verbs, two or more independent clauses. At least one conjunction, like and, but, or. Compound sentence in compound sentence and, but, or are mostly used as conjunction, but in complex sentence we find different conjunctions like as, since, because, though, although, who, which, what, that, unless, lest, so that, so dot that. We find these kinds of conjunctions in complex sentence. For example, the example of compound sentence is, I am going to give you an example of compound sentence. He wanted to meet his uncle and so he went to Dhaka. He wanted to meet his uncle. This is principal clause or independent clause. He went to Dhaka. It is also principal clause or independent clause. And here is also important to note that both clauses has same subjects. If we find same subject or same verbs in compound sentence, we need not repeat it in the next clause. Okay, these are the features of